Okay. So what is the difference between justice and revenge? Okay. See, revenge is a form of justice as well. Justice for you at least. Somebody did some bad things to you. Okay. Now, punishing him, holding a grudge, waiting for your time to come. Apna time aayega. Sometimes you will always feel small, right? Somebody is a Goliath and you are like a David, small guy. He's very large. You bend over. You just wait one day. I will show you who I am. This is also a kind of a revenge. Revenge doesn't only mean you'll kill someone, right? You will, in a way, revenge means I'll show you what I am. I'll show you who I am, what I am capable of. You need to have capability. If you see in the movies, largely, villain does so many bad things to the hero, bad things to the hero. Hero is poor, always good. Even if he does the wrong things, it will be justified by the end of the movie. In most of the movies, hero will end up killing the villain. Most of the movies. But he doesn't go to prison. Why? Even if you see these dark movies, these are called grey movies, where hero is both good and bad, he kills many people. For example, in Taken 3 movie, someone has killed his wife. Okay, he was a retired CIA something. He was a secret agent something. He is now retired. So somebody kills his wife after his retirement. He'll be doing this freelance works. So somebody will hire him for something, and something happens. That guy will come and kill his wife. To find who killed his wife, I haven't literally counted, but he'll kill anywhere to get to that guy in the top, one big mafia guy. By the end of the movie, he'll end up killing some 500 to 700 people, literally. Sometimes driving in this against roads, we don't know, right? How will they chase? So many accidents happen. So many people die. He kills, he fights, he kills, literally. His wife is dead anyways. Okay. Cops know this guy, that he was an ex-cop and all this. He was an ex-CIA agent. Say, nobody will arrest him in the end. He doesn't go to prison. In fact, you will agree with. See, sometimes when I watch this grey area movies, I feel you are kind of forced to agree with the morality of the hero. You are like forced. He did bad things, but he did for a very greater good. In many movies, especially in the Indian movies, always it happens is like, let's say hero will be a thief, he'll be a robber, or he will be a murderer, but he'll be doing because one is one big village, many small children, full poverty, they're all orphans, they're doing it for their sake. Oh, now, okay. He robbed so many banks, he looted, he was literally a criminal. Now it's all fine. Right? You are like forced to reckon with the hero. Nobody, till date, nobody has, I have never discussed this with anyone. Say, hey, he killed so many people, man, I don't agree. No. Everybody, oh, poor guy, very emotionally connected, right? Logic will be like switched off by the end. If you go to the end, it would be more emotional in nature. So revenge as an emotion, it's a very powerful emotion. For the better and for the worse. For both things, you need a strong emotion. Justice. Okay, so it's a very vague term to define as what is justice. What is justice according to whom? According to God. God has one justice. Humans have one justice. If you belong to a religion, they have their justice. See, in Islam, for them, justice means religious justice, not political justice. As is usually said, state and church should be the same. Religion and politics are not separate. See, Muhammad himself was involved in so much politics, he led so many wars. He was a political leader as well. Okay, Krishna, spiritual, political as well. Jesus, there are incidents where he may have been political, but according to Bible or the common history, he was not political per se. Buddha was not political, Mahavira no. So there were some enlightened beings. So in Islam, In a large set, even the modern Christianity, they want the church and state, to be one, not separate. It's a very big debate going on in US, whether church and state should be separate, and a lot of things. Then if you come to, democracy, there's communism, different justices. In communism, the idea of justice is different. Everybody should have the same thing. What is justice of capitalism? No, you should earn what you deserve, what you are capable of. Do you have the brains? You can be a billionaire. But in communism, you can't be a billionaire. Or at least they'll not allow you. Look at what they did with Jack Ma, for example. So justice, there's no universal justice as such. Okay. In a way, it can be vaguely transferred as dharma. But dharma is not exactly justice, it's righteousness. So now you may say, is it dharma to take a revenge? See, these things are, these are actually difficult questions because there's no one definition for everybody, it doesn't work. Things like justice, no. Things like money, yeah, one size fits all. Okay, money, everybody believes in money. Okay, Bitcoin, still blah blah, money. Everybody has that belief, but justice doesn't mean the same thing. Suppose in a country, if someone rapes or gang rapes of women, in India how we treat them, in Middle East how they treat them, in Japan how they treat them, in US how they treat them, everywhere it's different. Even any number of judges have given the statement, it's like she was enjoying it. What is the problem? So there comes two things, justice, then there is equality. It's like, what is justice and what is equality? Equality means everybody is the same. I had seen a beautiful illustration in which there will be a compound, and beyond that compound there will be a football game going on. Right now one guy is like this much height, one guy is very small, one guy is medium, and one guy is very tall. Okay, and there are some 4 or 5 boxes. Okay, 4 or 5 boxes are there. Now, first thing says equality. In equality, everybody is given one box. Of course, the small guy cannot see because the compound is very big. Medium guy will come till here, only tall guy is able to see. Equality is, the tall guy needs no box, the medium guy needs one box, the small guy needs 2 boxes, so that everybody can see. What is equality? Equality means no, all 3 should have the same box. That is equality. What is justice? There is no justice done. So is equality justice? If they were both the same thing, then we did not have 2 different words. This is not the mumbo jumbo of words alone. These are 2 different realities, right? Equality and justice are 2 different things. See, even under the Constitution of India, everybody is equal. Equal. Okay? You can seek for justice. Everybody has the equal right to seek justice. So revenge or punishment. See, our the brain fundamentally works on the basis of this reward and punishment. Fundamentally. If something is rewarded, if you smoke, if you eat a sweet, dopamine will release. You'll feel good, you want more of it. Or if you do certain things in a society, you will be appreciated. Dopamine should be released, you will be happy, others will be happy because of you, your ego will be boosted. So many things, you'll be happy, so you'll do more of it. So, happiness largely lies in how other people approve you. Everybody says, oh, you're looking so beautiful. It's like, wow, you also believe you are beautiful. I'm not saying this happens to everybody, but just generally saying. So, it's largely depending on someone else's approval. So, punishment, what happens is, in a way, punishment happens because of disobedience. God said, eat anything you want. Don't eat that forbidden fruit. Only one fruit you don't eat. What will forget Eve and Adam? What would any human being do? Any human. What would you do? No, answer. What would you do?
Of course I would eat.
You would eat. That's why I feel, okay, God may have created humans, but He did not understand them. If I give you 10 envelopes, 9 of them are white in color, 1 is red in color, I'll tell you. Open any of the white envelopes by tomorrow 6 o'clock, but only after 6 o'clock tomorrow evening you have to open the red envelope. Okay? No vigilance for you. Bye bye. I'll see you tomorrow 6 o'clock. We'll open it together. What will you do?
Of course, I will open the happy one first. At least second, third.
Yeah, that's what makes us human. That was disobedience. So there was a punishment. They were banished out of the paradise. So is punishment a revenge? Is it a revenge? Depends on how the action was. Let's say a teacher, one student maybe is creating a lot of nuisance, or he scored very less marks, or he's very difficult to handle. She can tell him, approach him nicely as well, but she can also beat the shit out of him. If she approaches nicely, he will respond as well. So this is more like a concern. This is not revenge. You can punish lightly also, or you hit one so that you'll remember next time you score well. Taking revenge, that is something else. Taking revenge means targeting this guy, shamming him, telling him you will not do anything in life. This is revenge. So there's a different set how you can approach the same problems. So it depends on what your revenge. See, I told you, revenge can both be positive and negative as well. If someone condemns you, the negative revenge is either do some damage to him. That is negative revenge. Positive revenge is you buy a Mercedes or you buy a Ferrari tomorrow morning. Or not tomorrow morning, maybe after 5, 10, 15 years. You buy a Ferrari, go in front of his house. What is that? It's revenge served cold. You don't have to say a word. Do you think if you take a Ferrari in front of his house, you have to explain anything? It's like nicely said, one a young woman, maybe 20 to 23 years of age, she'll go to office late. So her boss will ask, okay, why were you late? He said, my ex-boyfriend's tire was punctured. It's like, what? Your ex-boyfriend's tire was punctured, so you were late? Yeah, so actually I had to, pass by many times before he was repairing his tire, and I had to go 5-6 times before he could see me with my new boyfriend. Because he was busy, so it took time. So she was late. So revenge can be many things. It can be sarcasm. It can be, disrespect. A large gathering is there. After 4-5 years, you become a big person. You go in front of him. That is also revenge. One word is enough, no? One sentence is enough. Or just what you became is enough. What you were 5 years ago, when he said something to you, or he insulted your parents, whatever may be. Everybody will have their one insult, right? And it's not always about big things in life. Oh, this is not like the typical movie. Hero will be poor, he'll become suddenly one song, he'll become rich. No, not that kind of thing. Every little things. How many ways everyday people will tell you cannot do this? You are not good. How many people will tell you? How many people? Not everybody may tell you seriously also. But still, at least, okay, if they don't tell also, they will not be expecting it from you, right? That this guy will do something phenomenal in life. So, revenge, it can be, positive, it can be negative. Justice is, there is no absolute justice. Okay. There cannot be, how can you, one size doesn't fit all, right? Even, let's say, a country like India, the majority are Hindus, what's very, I think, about 85 to 90%, I don't know, maybe let's say 80%. Another 8-9% Buddhists, another 2%, I think Christians only 2.9 or 3%, Islam is some 8%, Sikhs are some like, something like that. But let's say 70% are Hindus, let's say. So it is ruled by a majority, if you please the majority, you will win the election. Okay. There are many things that come into it, many things. And when majority wins, of course the minority will suffer. That is most of the times. Today, regardless of whose house I go, if it belongs to a minority house, everybody will be complaining. Everybody. You tell me one prime minister who was good, when they were the prime ministers, not after the dead and gone. Not after they're like dead and gone. Right now, there's no absolute justice. You cannot make everybody happy, no. You cannot. Some guy will have a problem. We tried communism. What a beautiful intention, man. Absolute equality, absolute justice. You have two chickens, give one to your neighbor. He doesn't have. In capitalism, we'll say, hey, be careful, he may steal your chicken. He doesn't have a chicken. Okay, you build security fence, 3-tier security system. You are rightful to what you earn, but not in communism, which is a beautiful intention. Sadhguru says, I am fundamentally a communist. But he doesn't support this communist ideology. No. The fundamental philosophy. Osho says, I am a communist. Communism is a utopian world. Communism is the day we attain civilization. Not this communism I'm talking about. Oh my God. That is, unfortunately, a power vacuum happens and dictator is born. Humans cannot lead by themselves. We need an authority. Be it God, be it a human, be it a government of somebody should be there. Or else, whom will you ask justice? Let's say there is no leader. Everybody is on their own, okay? Who will build the roads? Who will give electricity? No authority. One private company, everything private. There is no government at all. Today, this guy will say, okay, from now 200 rupees electricity bill you are getting, suppose. Tomorrow, it's 500 rupees from next month onwards. Where will you go? Whom will you ask? You will say, no, if you want, use electricity. Or else, no, there is no other company providing electricity. Where will you go for justice? Right now, in democracy, you can put the case against the government as well. This is unthinkable in a communism regime. Unthinkable. Dictator is there. Complain. Even if you gossip about him, you will be killed. Under dictator, under the king, under communism, this fascism. Wherever I go, I hear, oh my God, so many. I'm not saying no, you should not complain. Of course, democracy means complaining. Okay? Fundamentally, democracy means we can complain. Let's say you were living 300, 500 years or 1000 years ago, let's say, if you were living, some king was ruling. Okay? To one day he'll say, I want your wife. King will ask, what will you do? What will you do? You are going to be against the king? Whom are you going to ask for justice? Equality? If you talk against the king, he will kill you. Even if they kill you, where will others ask for justice? Black Lives Matter? Me too? No. Everybody is me too only. Okay? Under the dictators, you know how it is. How Russia, China, how it is. Under communism, under dictatorship, oh my God. It cannot be any worse, right, than being a dictator ruling the country. One man's ideology. One man's ideology. How Hitler convinced. It's not that only Hitler was bad. So many millions of people were living in Germany along with Hitler. So many commanding officers, so many soldiers. By the end of his lifetime, he was recruiting little children of 12 to 15 years of age. He was willing to kill them all because he has to survive. How can he die? He cannot die. Hitler cannot die. In 1943 itself, he realized the war cannot be won. When he invaded Russia, Napoleon and Hitler both did the same mistake. Attacking Russia in winter. Both did the same mistake. Winter came in. I think some 8 million soldiers had went and some 1.5 million came back. Most died of sickness, disease, cold.